Saving money can be hard, especially if you are a millennial living in Southern California. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some easy steps on doing two things: saving money, paying off debt. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Alex Kolominski, AK. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's jump right into the topic. The first thing we're gonna break down is ways to earn extra income. I understand, as a millennial myself, I just turned 29, that saving money can be really hard in an area like Southern California, where we get hit heavy by taxes, gas prices, and just overall, the market is very inflated. Saving money is huge because if you actually want to accumulate wealth, you have to take your money seriously, and instead of just receiving your paycheck and making your rent payment and your car payment and not really understanding how to break down or how to earn extra income, you will never be able to get ahead and you'll continue spinning in that hamster wheel. Number one, check for unclaimed money. I'm going to leave a link down below here. Sometimes you have things like life insurance policies, checks from jobs, from different financial institutions that never made their way to you and thus unclaimed. Financial institutions have to report those findings back to the state. So go and check it out, put your name in there and see if there's any money that you can claim. Number two, use let go, okay? You for sure have items that you can get rid of in your house, but when's the last time you've actually looked around and took some photos and decided, let's sell it or let's give it away? This is the time to do it. Let Go is an app on your iPhone I'm sure you're familiar with. You can use it, take some photos of whatever you want to sell, your old guitar, your even shoes, a watch, sunglasses, make that extra cash, sell it, flip it. Number three, write an ebook. I've done it. I've been selling it for 20 bucks off of Instagram and YouTube. I picked something that I am knowledgeable about, or so I thought I was knowledgeable about, and I was able to sell it and it proved itself. So ask yourself, what are you good at and what can you put and compress in an ebook, which you can use your computer, you can use Word, or you can use Keynote. I've used Keynote to write my ebook. Pitch it to your friends, to Instagram, social media, make some extra money off of that and help make the world a better place. Number four, be a user tester. For about 10 to 15 minutes of your time, you can test some random websites and you get paid about 10 bucks an hour, I believe, and I'm gonna leave a link down below here. Why not? Number five, and this is a fun one, be an extra in a movie. I'm gonna leave a link down below here too for that. If you have some free time, maybe on weekends, just try it out. Go be an extra in a movie. Maybe your long-awaited career in movies or in TV shows is around the corner. Get paid, get some experience, and have some fun. Number six, you can literally watch TV, snack up, and complete online surveys. I'm gonna leave a couple of links here down below for you. I'm not exactly sure what every single link can pay you, but why don't you go ahead and try it out? TaskRabbit.com, here's a link below. Go to that website. You have random people that post random jobs that may pay you up to even 50 bucks an hour sometimes. So couldn't hurt. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Last but not least, and this is an obvious one, but regardless, it's probably the best way for you to make a quick buck is to be an Uber driver or a Lyft driver whenever you get a chance. I know it's not really luxurious to, use your own car to drive other people around, but if you want to make more money on the side, this is a good way to do it. Now let's talk debt. Debt is something that can really drive people and families to the ground. Anything from student loans to credit card loans. It can be really, really challenging to rid it off of your life. So here are just a few ways that can help you do just that. Number one, pay off your lowest balanced credit card first. So for example, if you have a credit card with like 500 or 600 bucks on it, just try to pay it off first in a lump sum. Save up 500 to 600 bucks, pay it all off. Once you go to items that are above 500 or 600 bucks or whatever you would consider expensive, now you want to look into the highest interest rate card. You want to take that item, that card, or that sum and pay that item off first. That's really going to motivate you and give you this sense of accomplishment that, okay, I was able to pay off this high interest item or this small specific item that's just been dragging for months and months. Number 2, take advantage of zero interest credit cards. There are companies out there that will offer you zero interest rates, but remember, it's only for usually a certain amount of years, maybe 1 to 2 years. If after that time frame expires and you still have debt on that credit card, your interest rate is going to increase significantly on that set amount. But you can use that zero interest credit card as leverage and pay off another high interest credit card. Number 3, and I really like this one. I've discovered this just recently. It's called the JARS system. The JARS system is basically like a mental exercise, although it can be a physical one if you want to use actual jars, where you take your monthly income and you break it down to a number of tiers: necessities, savings, play, giving, education. So necessities, you would use 55% of what you've made, what you've earned a month, or from your commission check towards your mortgage payment, your rent, your car bills, and things like that. Play is only 10%. That's where you want to go out for a movie date. You want to go on a little Duffy boat. You want to rent it out. You want to go on a little weekend trip, that type of thing. Give is when you donate 10% of your income to your favorite charity or your favorite company or whatever it is that you consider that will add value to your community, preferably. Now, I've never actually donated any kind of money to any charity myself, because I usually just donate my time by providing value to other people. So in my mind, I've considered that being my contribution. However, like I told you, I've found this JAR system very recently, and I am planning on implementing that, and I am planning to contribute 10% of my income to my favorite organization. Although I don't really have one, I'm just going to have to go out there and find it. I do have a sense. But anyway, the reason this is good is, and this is something I can dive into a little deeper on another video, it's because it helps activate law of attraction. Because by giving, you're giving monetary value, and monetary value is huge. The other person on the receiving end, A, is going to be very grateful, and B, will probably want to have this feeling of, I want to give him back, him or her back, because you donated and you gave something from yourself to support their cause. Education, 5%. So 5% of your income you do want to spend a month on education. It can be books, audiobooks, it can be seminars. If you're not growing, you're dying. So you have to invest 5% of your income to something that can help you self-improve as a person, emotionally, mentally, financially, or occupationally, if it's your job or career. The last and probably most important item is savings. 20% of your income should go towards savings. You can divide that 10-10, because you're gonna want to have 10% that you're gonna save towards a big investment, like a down payment on a property, for example. That's something that you're actually going to be using in the near future. Or you can use the other 10%, that's part of the 20. The other 10% will be used to be invested in an actual investment vessel, like an IRA or a life insurance policy, or any kind of account that can accumulate and grow over a very long period of time. Those are typically really satisfying once you get to that point, maybe in 20, 30, 40 years, whenever you decide to tap into that account. Now, I know this doesn't pay off your debt, but it does help you consolidate and be more careful with your account. So for example, you can use 10% or 20% instead of savings to go towards your high interest credit card or your smallest balance card, as I was saying earlier. But this is just a strategy to manage your money more carefully and more diligently. Renegotiate with your credit card company. I know it sounds completely bizarre and crazy, but in life, everything is negotiable. Value is perceived. So if you feel like your credit card interest rate is a bit too high and you're having difficulties paying it off, why don't you call your credit card company and just try to have a heart-to-heart with the representative or the supervisor on the other line, and just sell it. Explain that you're having difficulties paying it off. You would really appreciate a break on the interest rates, so that you be able to catch up and pay off that debt. I know it's way out there, but you just never know, and you have to try. You know how you go on Amazon or eBay and you have your account already registered with your credit card or debit card ready to go to make a purchase? We're probably all guilty of that. But if you're in debt, it's probably not the best idea for you to even have that information stored on those websites. So for that reason, you might want to go to those websites and delete that information, or maybe completely remove your account, so that if you do end up falling on Amazon or eBay on a random boring night when you're watching a movie with your girlfriend, at least you're not going to be able to be tempted to buy some silly iPhone case or whatever you want to spend your money on. Reward yourself when you achieve a goal. Now, that may not be a direct, proactive action to pay off your debt, but if you think about it, the reason why a lot of us are in debt is because there is some emotional need to either purchase something, have a certain item, or just an emotional need that you want to satisfy. And a lot of people that I know sometimes have an emotional deficit, and they battle that by going out and making purchases compulsively, right? So instead of doing that, why won't you just try and commit to rewarding yourself with something small and reasonable anytime you achieve a certain milestone, such as maybe paying off one of your balance on your cards, or your highest paying interest rate card, or any of those things. When you pay something off, you do want to treat yourself and reward yourself with something small and reasonable. That's it for today, guys. I hope it was fruitful. If you have any questions, please leave your comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.